Alright. Yeah, Sturrock brings up a good point. Bit of stretch. Everyone stretch? Alright. We are at the sc2c.com Gold, Platinum and Diamond Open. We have got a match now between... I actually have no idea where we are in the position of the bracket. If someone can sort of enlighten me, that'd be great. Yeah, this is the exercise stream. We're going to do all sorts of exercise. I don't know. Anyway, we got a PVZ here, starting down at the bottom right-hand side in the teal, or is this one cyan? I don't know exactly. What color? Vote now on what color this is, because I'm not exactly sure. Is Joy, Protoss, going to be starting out with a Forge Fast Expand down at the Nat. Heading across, should see that that is a very quick pull. Does he notice? There it is. That was a quick pull. I think that it looks to have been around about a 7? 6 or a 7? I didn't actually see. We're too busy stretching, and stretching's more important, let's face it. Because if Joy doesn't defend this, then I'll be very surprised, and here he goes. So he... I don't know, did he notice that that was a very quick pull? I assume he did, considering it's pretty much done by the time he got there. But what he is going to do is put up a cannon pretty quickly. He's going to need to stop probe production. He really should have stopped it earlier if he's going to try and hold the natural here, because he's not going to have enough minerals. And not to mention the cannon is not going to be up in time. Here come those lings, going to try and run his way across pretty quickly here. This probe is not going to have a good time at all, because he's going to see that there is a stream of lings just heading across the map. Here we go. Cannon goes up. Gateway goes up. Is he going to put the gateway... He doesn't have enough minerals. This is where that non-cancellation of the probe production is going to come into effect. But here he goes. He's going to try and defend it. Alright, I like the balls. Here he is. He's going to sort of hold up for the moment. I don't like this decision by TheCryingGun. Sorry, I forgot to introduce his name there. TheCryingGun. Just going to head across and take down the rocks. I don't know, is that the best idea? He probably could have done something to these probes. The question is, what is Joy going to do? He's now not mining with quite a lot of these probes. He does have a pylon back in the main. But what's going to happen here? You can't seriously just going to tell me that he's just going to chrono out a Zealot and just wait for that to come into effect. There he is. Alright, he's going to chrono out a Zealot. The rocks are not going to die by the time the Zealot gets out, but... I don't know. Interesting, interesting. Hatchery goes up. Extractor just about done. Expect to see a Baneling follow-up to this, because this is apparently what everyone on C does when you do an early pull like that. Here comes the Zealot. Zealot is out. What is Joy going to do? He needs to take around about 3 of these probes if he wants to try and kill off all of these lings without losing the Zealot. There we go. Oh, there you go. Well played, Joy. Get off the stream, Joy. Here he is. Going to try and get inside. Needs to make sure that these probes are properly blocking off the ramp. But there we are, trying to lower that choke point. There is TheCryingGun. And just, I don't know what he's trying to do here. He's trying to get one of these probes. If he can get one of the probes, that'd be quite nice. At the moment, this hasn't been completely useful for him. There he goes. Is he going to get it? No! At the moment, what TheCryingGun is doing is just holding up for the moment. He really doesn't need to do a huge amount of damage because speed has just completed. There it is. And now, Baneling Nest is also just about to complete. And now he's going to escape. And in fact, keep every single ling. That's impressive. Alright, so this now means that TheCryingGun going to get out a few more lings. No doubt he's going to be able to switch some of those lings into banelings here and take down these rocks. And this could be the end of Joy, because I mean, he hasn't actually figured out that well, he hasn't really been able to. He knows that the hatchery is here. There was a probe that got across before it died, and Ling's just heading inside, trying to get into a good position where they can run up the ramp, but they do see that there are 2 bodyguards here at the door. They've got a list, and they're actually looking the wrong way. if Joy dies, it's because these zealots are looking the wrong way. They're not going to see that down to the side there are some banelings just waiting for action here. And wow, he's morphed all of those into banelings there. Does regen the health of the lings that lost some health, but I don't know. Don't send the lings in first. There he goes. I wouldn't have done that either, but oh well. Here he goes, going to try and run up the ramp. This has obviously disabled the production of Joy, so Joy now has no way to make any more units for the moment. He does have a couple of extra gates in production. The Cyber Core is also done off to the side, but this is a very, very weird situation for TheCryingGun. He's got a total of 17 drones at the moment, and there go the Zealots. They're dead. Okay. Does he not really... This is sort of over in a way. But 28 probes, Joy's done a nice job of keeping that probe production up. The problem is, I'm not sure about the reaction to this. We'll talk about it after the game. Cybercore Pylon is going to go down, not going to be able to finish off that warp gate tech. Chronoing out some sentries to try and make sure he can force field against some of the lings that'll try and attack into the main mineral line here. But Joy is just in a really horrible position here, trying to defend against that 7 pool with by holding out at this point here and not stopping the probe production. Means that he's really sort of put himself in this very ugly sort of position here, building a little bit of a pylon wall to try and save some of these probes. However, I don't think it's going to be enough. Despite having the cannon inside the mineral line, he's really not going to be able to defend against this. And of course, there's that probe. The probe did get inside and saw what was there. So anyway. Spore and a Spine. Very, very good choice there from TheCryingGun. Making sure that he's defended. Is there a proxy Dark Shrine somewhere? You know, that's something I would do. That's pretty badass. In terms of hiding ridiculous tech like that. But here he goes. Doesn't have any upgrades, so those Zealots aren't going to be the most cost-effective things. And getting into a very nice position. Nice work from Joy. Look at that. These guys just sort of lowering that surface area available to hit them. So that was pretty cool, and the camera's going to go all crazy. And here comes a Void Ray. This will be interesting. Hatchery, switching into the lair. Of course, he's got all the time in the world to make sure he makes the best decisions, make sure he's safe, and get as many good kills as he can. Gets one of the in fact, 2 of the sentries, 2 of the Zealots. He may even, in fact, be able to just push in. I don't know why he's just trying to just attack into the Stalker and the Zealot there, because he could just end the game right now. But the Zealot and the Stalker, the last bastion of hope, now arriving through the Stargate, is a Void Ray. Not actually the best unit for taking care of lings. Of course, he can't keep up with the lings and randomly targets them. So the Void Ray now is done. That actually gives TheCryingGun a bit of a leeway to try and take down, to put down some spores, because he does need at least 1 more inside the main to make sure he's properly defended here. But yeah, it's sort of a very weird spot. Stalker's now caught out. Joy, a little bit too gung-ho with those Stalkers, and now the Void Ray is going to be able to pick off maybe one of the lings? No? I think you just go Banelings, man. Switch it into Banelings and just roll through the Nexus. I mean, it's not as if he needs that many. It's only like 20 Banes. Come on, dude. Good little sentry trap there to make sure that those lings do not get inside the main. The problem, of course, look at the income here. We've got TheCryingGun sitting up at 1,400 mineral income. He's got his opponent Joy at 250. The winner of this game, of course, as pointed out in the chat, goes on to play MeatX, which would be an interesting game. But Joy, yeah, really in a bit of trouble here. I'm actually not sure how he can get back into this, because TheCryingGun has all of his bases covered, both literally and figuratively. He's got a Spore here to detect any DTs that come through. He's got a Spine as well. He's now starting the creep spread, which is going to really help out with movement. He's got a Spore back inside the main as well, and he's also got Hydra capability here. He's going to perhaps, you know, he doesn't even need to produce too many. He could produce like 5 Hydras and be safe against these 2 Void Rays that are out. But Joy's going to try his best. He's going to bring out another Void Ray, chronoing out. He's also got a second one queued up, so he's going to bring that total to 4. And there it is. He's going to get a Nidus. There it is. That's actually stealthily hidden behind some of these overlords here. I don't know if that's intentional or not. But there is a Nidus network in construction, and this will give the ability of a TheCryingGun to jump inside the main base probably with Hydras and Roaches, although he's got a few Hydras out, establishing the natural nexus there. Very daring stuff from Joy. Every single step that he takes has to be well calculated. That gateway has a hole in the wall there. I don't know if he knows that. In fact, it's got 2 holes in the wall. One across the side up here, and then another in this angle spot here where only Lings can get through. Wow, that's very good sense there from Joy to put that Zealot on patrol just to make sure that there are no Nidus worms. But the other thing is, what TheCryingGun could do is actually just get a Nidus worm just right at the front here. Is he going to do it? Come on, do it! Make me look like I'm smart. And there it is. Nidus worm building at the Xel'Naga Watchtower. Gonna make, let's see what Joy's reaction is to that. Where is it? Where is it? Oh my god! Oh my god, where is it? Where is it? Ah! But here we go, Void Rays on the way, 5 of them in total. But the fleet is assembling. Queen's popping out, going to spread some creep with this as well. Hydras, of course, very slow on the ground, catching out one of the Void Rays before it can get across the rest of the way. And there is the gateway wall, just going to stream through. Ling's going to get inside, should head inside to bang with those, but blocks off the gateways with a little bit of a force field wall here. But all is done because the Hydras, with their high DPS, are going to just absolutely melt all of these units here. Banelings as well, also going to be able to help out, and that is going to be the end of Joy. Where are those Void Rays? Did they actually do anything? No, it looks like they didn't. Spores all over the place here for TheCryingGun. This guy is a Boy Scout. He is prepared for absolutely every... Oh, there are the Void Rays. They came back. But of course, the Void Rays not that good against Hydras. And this is going to be it. So, Medex, I think you're going to be playing against TheCryingGun here. There you go. GG, well played from Joy. There you go. If we